Roz, I mean, this feels like a very big deal. It's also a new strategy by Ukraine to target these generals inside Russia. What's the way forward?
Well, it's interesting to see this development inside the heart of Russia, because what we've really seen so far from Ukraine, obviously, is stepped up attacks inside Russian soil, but mostly confined to those border areas between Russia and Ukraine in the far reaches of Russia. We've seen drone attacks, obviously, on Moscow itself, but the targeting of a senior Russian military figure, the Lieutenant General, as you're saying, of the biological and chemical weapons defense forces inside Russia, as the source is telling us, happened, is perhaps a new development, because it really does bring this war again to the heart of Moscow. You can see these attacks on the border areas. You know, they're obviously an embarrassment to some extent for Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, but they're a bit easy to dismiss if you're inside Moscow itself, because it's a very long way away. If you have these very visible attacks occurring inside Moscow, it's a bit harder to dismiss or to brush off. And is this the start of more of what we call a decapitation strategy, which is coming directly for senior figures in the Russian leadership, the Russian military leadership inside Russia itself?
Roz, how big of a blow is it for Vladimir Putin?
Well, it is embarrassing for him. I mean, this Lieutenant General commanded these forces, and only yesterday, I believe, Ukraine charged him in absentia for what it says was the use of chemical weapons inside Ukraine in this conflict. He's not essential to Russia's war machinery. This will not change the trajectory of the war inside Ukraine, or the sense we're heading towards a point, especially with the US changing the administration into Donald Trump, that we're coming towards a negotiation. But it is visibly embarrassing for Vladimir Putin, who is all about the veneer of showing he's totally in control at home. And we've had a series of these things. Of course, we also had that attack at a concert venue earlier this year where more than 100 people were killed, and that was claimed by Islamic State. So the fact that these actors, be it Ukraine, be it other entities, be it Islamic State, can reach into Moscow and do this very visibly is obviously embarrassing for Vladimir Putin.